Good evening, YouTube. We are here again, and yeah, we're not gonna drink tonight, because again, it's been touted as a bad thing to drink and do live streams, especially with cutting eggs, based on certain people saying that on their live streams that they don't do that because it's too dangerous or something of the sorts. So tonight will be pretty boring. No drinking updates for you guys, unfortunately. But we will, however, go through a couple clutches in which we that have shed out and that are just ridiculous and we are super excited about. It's close to what you said, Dave. It's pretty close to what you said. But in all honesty, I really don't give a fuck because I drink and do live streams anyway. So we're going to do it. Tonight we have a little Collective Arts Ransack IPA. This brewery is really good for their artwork. And then we got a little Gandhi bot, a little history with this one. It does say G-bot. They were potentially getting sued for using Gandhi Bot, which was the original name of this beer, and they changed it to G-Bot. So this is Matt's, this is mine. That's what we're doing tonight. So we're going to do that and go over a couple clutches to let you guys take a look at some insanity and kind of a direction we're going with updating our feeding cards. So we'll talk about that a little bit before we get into the snakes. But I want to get a drink on.
So Dave was like, but you love me. And then he was like, cutting a rotten egg requires the liquids.
Yeah, for sure. I try not to have too many rotten eggs. Just so you can see what that color and that clarity looks like.
What's up, Leon? Welcome, Buckeye.
LKB, what's going on, bro?
This one's a little lighter.
Yeah, why don't you put that in front of the camera?
It is.
There you
go. Get a little bit less of the...
You can see Matt really knows how to pour beer. That's a little better. I mean, most guys like a little bit of head, but, you know, the way you pour beers, it's a little ridiculous.
Well, kind of lacking in that part.
I'm not touching that one. So anyway, we're going to start this. We're going to start this evening with our feed cards. I don't really. We used to track sheds and all kind of stuff. Well, not all kind of stuff, but sheds and feeds on our cards. But very simple template. We have the snake and a little space for all the genes, the ID number, so if we've produced it, it'll have an identification number. If it come from somebody else, it won't. Then if there's a type of food items, what they're eating, and then their date of birth. Just really simple. We don't need a ton of information on these, and then we have the columns here, kind of 2 pages of the dates that they fed. What we've done in the past is done a circle for sheds. Don't do that too much. And then our cards are behind us. So if I'm really looking for a lot of detailed information, we have the genetics, the date of birth, when it got here, the date it was received, who it came from. If we produce the animal, it'll be a little different. We'll have the male and female information, and I'll grab one of those cards just so that you can see what that looks like. So slightly different here. If we've produced this animal, it'll have the male and female information, the date of birth. Breeder obviously would be us. Arrival weight or its birth weight if we have that. And then its identification number, because I have a feeling a lot of times when we do our pairings, we're using the genetics, and based on the space that we have, we're starting to run out of room on some of the genetics. So we're probably going to end up moving over to the identification number before long.
Yeah, we got a few girls. It's just way too much to write. Or type.
Girls, boys, yeah. So, with that said, this is done on a full 8.5 by 11. It's pretty big. It tucks up under the bin, so we would slide it under the bin. And then we pull it out and it kind of props there when we feed, when there's a rodent in there. But if you walk by and you bump it and it drops back, we have left rodents in tubs before, incidentally, because we thought we had pulled them because the card wasn't sticking out. But we had no way to secure the card, so we have decided to kind of change the card a little bit. So we're going to downsize it, because honestly, this would hold years and years and years of feeding information, which I don't necessarily need to know. Having the past, couple months is what's most important. So we're going to move our cards over to a 4x8. So this is a ticket holder. It's a little plastic sleeve. And we're going to cut these puppies down. If I can find the last one that I did here.
It should be like right over there. Oh, you moved it.
Yeah, Matt goes away and comes back and thinks he still knows where everything is, and it's just not the case, because
He's got to stop moving
stuff
it around.
Yeah. So this card, I could probably cut about 3 of these. It works even worse by itself. But the card will tuck in there nice and neat. And then we're affixing those sleeves on the sides of the tubs here. So when we're going to have the same printing, I just got to redesign this. So when we've pulled the, when we pulled the tub out.
And now it's not going to make it easy for you.
Yeah.
He had one of the bins he was working with was nice and easy.
So this will slide right in the side, and then the whole thing will go back. So it's not going to end up on the floor. It can't accidentally get knocked back. If we're feeding an animal, it'll come out. It'll stick out like that when we're done. These will come in and then just slide right back into place and go back into the tub. So that way they're tucked up, and that way we 100% know if there's not something running amiss out here, it's put up and there's no rodents in there. So that's the plan. We'll see how that goes. Where did I pull this from?
The jigsaw.
So we'll see. I've got about 30 of these sleeves loaded up. I'm waiting for more tape to come in from Amazon. Once they come in, then we'll be good to go and really give this style of holding the feed cards a go.
Yeah. Definitely don't want the accidental rodent thing happening.
No. I mean, because in all reality, I have lost a snake because of that same reason. There's a really small space between this table and these racks, and when we feed, we prop these out like this, and if you're walking by feeding stuff, you can easily bump them, and you come back and it looks like the animal had eaten because the card is not sticking out any longer. And I did have a snake get chewed pretty severely by a rodent, and we lost the snake. So this is all, it was a while ago. This is not anything recent, but this is something that's been on our mind, and we've been trying to find a sleeve that would work for us so that, we can just completely eliminate that possibility. So that's the plan with these. We'll see how they work. It looks like it's going to work good. If we're in a hurry, probably not going to be the best solution. But when you're putting cards away and you have rodents in tubs, you need to take an extra minute just to make sure that your stuff's really squared away and there's no rodents in there. So.
Yeah, especially feeding live.
Yeah, especially if you obviously
if feeding live. Yeah,
for sure. So anyway, that's our history, and shit happens to everybody, and there we are. So
So-
cheers to you guys. A little live stream. I was going to record these and do a couple videos, and I usually post on Tuesdays, but Tuesday is our live egg cutting of our next clutch, and I don't know, I could have posted 2 videos, one in like around noon, which I have been doing, and then do the live stream at night. But we decided just to kind of go live and do a little update here for you guys. There's like 11 animals that we'll take a look at, and then maybe some other stuff too if you'd like. And then come back Tuesday and see what goes on with the egg cutting.
Yeah, and that one is the Enchi albino to the resurrection.
Yeah, so won't be too crazy busy. All right.
Yeah, wait until you guys see these snakes, because, whoo, they look great.
All right. So the first clutch we're going to look at was the Firefly Leopard Het Desert Ghost to the Inchy Yellow Belly Het Desert Ghost. Oh, no, Het Ghost. Sorry. So they're all 50-50s. So either 50% Desert Ghost, 50% Ghost, or 50% both. And we won't know until they prove out. So they'll move from 50s to 100s if they prove out. But here's one of the first animals that we're going to look at here. This is an Inchy Leopard. And again, these first 7 animals are all going to be 50% DG, 50% Ghost. Looks really good. I like this little pattern here. A lot of good color. And I don't know if that's maybe some of the Ghost coming through, or maybe some of the DG coming through. There is yellow belly in the mix. All this blocking along the belly here is a little big for me to suspect yellow belly. So I don't think there's any yellow belly here, although there is a lot of yellow on its belly, which is not necessarily typically an indicator for yellow belly. No real tracks to talk of. And again, there's no real identifiers for Desert Ghost or Ghost that I'm aware of. Some Het Ghost animals will look kind of like shadowy and ghost-like in parts of them. But this girl, and this is a female, is an Enchi Leopard, and she just looks really good. Nice and bright, good-looking animal. Nice little strap on the back of the head there. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, she looks good.
Woo! All right.
Woo, woo.
And we're going to move on to the first holdback.
Welcome, everybody.
She didn't
Hello, Modern.
bite me. That's nice.
Yeah, Jim got tagged a couple times this morning.
Yeah, this clutch is feisty. So this is the first holdback of the clutch. And this is an Inchy Fire Yellow Belly. And again, 50% Desert Ghost and Ghost. But these reds are starting to come in. It's a little washed out in the video.
If I can
But
back out.
man, this girl is just ridiculous. I mean, just smoking. The red's coming up in the flames. I mean, this really makes them like serious flames. The colors here are just craziness.
Yeah, the amount of flaming that just goes up and around.
Yeah, this girl is really good. Super happy with this. She'll hold back, and then we'll get a visual Desert Ghost male to run to her. And there's 2 other girls that I'm going to hold, and just see if we can prove out some of that Desert Ghost stuff. Yeah, but the red is just nuts. So, yeah, see, it doesn't even show up as much. You can see a little bit. What's going on, Boulevard? Welcome. I mean, you can see a little bit in the film there, but not a ton of color.
Yeah, it pops back up like once the hands are out of the.
Yeah, when you
the
back
picture.
out of it a little bit,
Yeah.
but Yeah, you can see it go away. Yeah. So, again, I don't think there's yellow belly in there. There's definitely not pastel in there. But anyway, she looks really good, and a good chance to make some craziness with DG if she proves.
For sure.
So this is the big dog of the clutch here. This dude is absolutely insane. I smashed the odds on this one. And again, the pairing was a Pastel Fire Leopard Het Desert Ghost to an Enchi Yellow Belly Het Ghost. So there's 5 genes at play here. I mean, it's just crazy. And yes, I hit a normal.
There be the elusive normal.
Yeah, she was super clean. Modern for sure. Again, we all see normals. Nothing too crazy to look at. Pretty classic belly. You know, couple flamings. But again, possible chance to have a couple recessives in there.
Yep.
But we're moving on. Now, the only other male in this clutch
This is the one you're about ready to pull.
is this guy. And this guy is ridiculous. This is the first time I've ever produced one of these. So this is kind of cool. This is a Firefly Yellow Belly. Yeah, stay over here. Don't get crazy.
No running away.
So this guy looks really good. It's classic Firefly, but it's amped in color for sure, just a little bit. And you can see all the yellow belly checkering down there on the bottom. And then just a little bit of that orange tint on some of the flames. You can see it a little bit there. Yeah. This guy is really, really nice.
And he's very flighty.
Yeah, he likes to go. All these snakes are eaten so far, so they're doing really well. They've shed and they are
gorgeous.
Putting down some meals, which makes me very happy. Makes life very easy. But yeah, it looks really, really good. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
That contrast is just crazy train.
Yeah, you get the darks, the yellows, the blushing from the.
What is going on with me? COVID. Uh-oh. Somebody get his temperature. Goodness. Oh, do I do that one? Well, I can't. Well, which one? I'm not doing that one yet. No, I don't want to do that one yet. Well, we can do this one. I think this is. Yeah. All right. So we have another one here. We took a look at one of these a little earlier. This is an Inchy Leopard. This girl's a little feisty. Just really looks good. Just some extra highlights on her. Nice little head stamp. Same back strap from that. Goodness, man. But this girl was a little different. She got this really cool zipper belly.
Check that.
And I don't know, I don't know what gives them the belly like that. I've seen some leopards where if they were super leopard, their belly would be nutso. But her sister just doesn't have that. An Inchy Leopard that just doesn't have the same crazy belly. But pattern-wise, color-wise, look very similar. But really cool checkering down the center of the belly.
Yeah, Mark was saying, great looking leopard.
Yeah, for sure. Nice little orange flaming coming up there. And again, I don't really see the checkering on the side for yellow belly. So other than Inchy and Leopard, I don't see Pastel. I don't see Fire. And I don't see the yellow belly. So I'm pretty confident this is just the Inchy Leopard. Same with the sister. But looks really good. Dude, I'm gonna croak here in a minute.
Well, I hope not.
No, I hope not too. All right. Moving up the chain. This girl is the second holdback in the mix.
Boom.
Yep. Crazy town here. So this is a Pastel Enchi Leopard yellow belly with the chance of Desert Ghost and Ghost. Just the color saturation, the contrast is just nuts. And then that's that pretty classic head stamp that you see there. You get that little butterfly mark or skull and crossbones. To whoever you ask has their own opinion on what that is.
Well, Lena was like, at least it'll be caught on video if you croak. Can't blame Matt that way.
Yeah, because I would try real hard to blame Matt for it. From the grave, I would call back and haunt him and blame him. And I would whisper into my wife's ear, it was Matt's fault. It was Matt's fault. But this girl looks good. This quad, this platform that we're working a lot with, when you stack these four, you don't get the clear checkering all the time, but you get these hints of it that are left over here. This is a good example of, some of that checkering that's on the sides of the belly. So I'm like 99% sure there is yellow belly in here, and that's okay because she's going to stay here too, and we're going to try to prove her out for the Desert Ghost and see if she'll give us some really crazy Desert Ghost eggs.
Yeah.
Or babies, whatever you want to call it. But she looks amazing.
Yeah, the amount of glow coming off of her.
Oh, dude, looks so good. The contrast. The dark is so dark, and the yellow is so yellow because it's yellow. Anyway.
It's not a mellow yellow.
I don't know. It's pretty close. And this one is probably my favorite of the clutch.
Agreed.
Yours too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't have the same contrast as the last one, but definitely has a little extra to it. This is a female. This is the final holdback. But we'll just put her down there. Oh, she don't want to stay.
You stay there.
Yeah, you stay right there. So this girl is a Pastel Fire Inchy Leopard yellow belly. Again, with the possible hits for Desert Ghost and Ghost. She is just like off the chain. Oh man, I'm super excited about this animal. When she first came out, I thought she was maybe just the quad. I didn't realize that she definitely had fire in her. But you can see all this contrast here is not as black. It's this really nice chocolate color. And the yellow has held its own very, very well.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a bright, creamy kind of color.
Super bright, super intense. And still very similar to the last one. Kind of have some of that checkering on the belly in random spots. So the fire didn't really wash it out that much. So I'm really happy to see this animal. We'll grow her up, see what she gives us. But all these guys are definitely eating and doing fantastic. So the two males, the normal and the Firefly yellow belly. And then there's the two Inchy Leopards that are available. The other three girls are all holdbacks. Yeah, that looks good. Go say hi. Yeah, she looks really nice. I love. And you can see how it just kind of fades out down toward the bottom. Yellow belly kind of does that. The male that produced Minnie, that was about the only hint that we had that yellow belly was in there, was how it faded out. But yeah, really like this girl. Super amped with that animal.
Dave said, definitely a holdback. Who wouldn't hold that girl back?
Yeah, I'm super amped with that.
Oh. And while Jim's grabbing the snakes, an update on the Xanthic stuff. So it turns out we did not hit 6 Xanthics. We only hit 4. Two that we thought were, they ended up producing some color. But they're still not out of the eggs yet. They're still kind of hunkered down, not ready to come out.
All right, so this next clutch that we're going to do an update on, this was a Inchy Yellow Belly Pas Het Pied, Pas Het Ghost to a Pastel Inchy Leopard Yellow Belly Het Pied. So these guys are minimally Pas Het Pieds. The ghost component has not been proven out. I will say that again. So mom was an Inchy Yellow Belly, Pas Het for Pied and Ghost, and dad was a Pastel Inchy Leopard Yellow Belly Het Pied Pas Het Ghost. We did not get any visual recessives out of this clutch, which doesn't really mean anything with all those genes at play. But this is one of the holdbacks from this clutch. And this girl, that head stamp just drives me insane.
Yeah, it's so crazy the way it just jagged.
It's just all kind of craziness.
Yeah.
So this is a Super Inchy Leopard, and I'm about 90% that she is yellow belly as well. So with that said, I am so stoked to have this girl, and if she ends up proving out Het for Pied, I'd be amped. However, when I look at the tracks, they are lacking. With Super Inchy, it's really hard because they amplify color by themselves so much, and with all these other genes, Yellow Belly amps color as well. I can't really go by a color amp. And also with Inchy and Leopard, messing with the pattern a lot. A lot of times you get tail striping and different markers that I just can't see. And I don't know if it's from the genes or if this animal just is not Het. So I really don't care if she's Het. I like the combo of genes here. I love the way it looks, and I can't wait to get this girl big.
Yeah, especially with like all this like speckling that's going through all the yellow.
Yeah,
looks really good.
I like it. You know, maybe some OD on there and get all that speckling out, and she'd just be immaculate, just completely immaculate. Yeah, I just want to look at that head.
Look at that head again.
That's just insane.
And you know, it almost looks like almost looks like a little like robot, like it's on one wheel. It's got a couple arms off to the side. The head's in the middle. Kind of reminds me of like an old cartoon that I used to watch when I was a kid.
You're really creative. I don't see anything that you just said.
I have a creative imagination.
Oh, you have an imagination, all right. So anyway, Super Inchy Leopard Yellow Belly, maybe Het for Pied.
She looks like she has hot fudge drizzled on her.
Yeah, she's pretty close.
For the babies that will be available, are they on Morph Market? So everything that we currently have available is on Morph Market. These here are not on there yet. They still need a few more meals.
Yeah, not enough meals. Most of these animals that you've seen tonight have had one meal. So I like to have anywhere between 3 to 5 non-refusal meals before the animals go up on Morph Market. So this is another. So this is an Inchy Leopard Yellow Belly, and this animal will be available once she's eaten enough. And now you've seen two other Inchy Leopards tonight, and they don't look anything like this girl. And the difference here is the yellow belly. There's clearly no pastel. It's definitely not Super Inchy. The only other thing that could be in there doing this is the yellow belly, and then possibly maybe a couple recessives, but Not great tracks, maybe a little on one side. But again, this girl is just like amazingly off the charts. If you like this combo, like if you like Enchi and Leopard and Yellow Belly, this would definitely be a girl to add to your breeding regimen, because the quality on this girl is just absolutely insane.
And Dave is like, all right, I'm going to talk to you about that one.
Yeah, she's nutso for sure. I mean, I love like how you get all the speckling.
Yeah.
That is just nuts the way that pattern goes. Now, not tracks,
Right.
but a great tail stripe. Again, an indicator for pied. No ringers that I've seen, anything like that. One flame, some stuff coming up from the belly. This girl is just, top notch. And it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, Kevin's like, yeah, those girls to an asphalt or a spark make some awesome animals.
that could be crazy. Yeah, to a spark or to an asphalt or to a gravel, this girl would do nutso.
Or an ivory combo.
Mm-hmm. Any of the above. All right, on to the next one.
Woo-woo. And Dave's like, or a super gravel.
Yeah. So this last clutch was all females, so there were 4 eggs. This girl, man, I don't know. I almost want to keep her, but I can't keep everything. So this girl will, as painful as it is, will be available. But
I can always buy her from you and she can't go anywhere.
yeah, I'm telling you. Again, this is another pastel leopard yellow belly. Yeah, I've got no words for this girl. The leopard in her is just crazy town, off the chart. The head, blushing. You would almost say super pastel or firefly. There's no fire in here. I have no words for this. And again, the pairing is an Inchy yellow belly, posset pied, posset ghost to a pastel Inchy leopard yellow belly. So the only supers that you could have are ivory and super Inchy. And this animal doesn't have either one of those. I just don't know what. This girl is going like crazy. What's going on, Will? Welcome.
She is top notch. I own a great example, and that is a great example, and then some.
Yeah, this girl just glows like crazy. Again, great blushing on the head. Again, for a pastel leopard yellow belly.
There's
you
the,
flip her over, you get all this nice little checkering, little spotting going down along the belly line. And again, 50% pied. She's got the tail stripe. She's got some tracks here, pretty predominant. Not so much on that side, but a really nice color amp to her as well. But again, she's a 50%er.
Yeah, just a pastel yellow belly. Pastel yellow belly leopard.
Yeah, so the pairing is an Enchi yellow belly posset pied ghost to a pastel Inchy leopard yellow belly het pied posset ghost. And this girl is just crazy. And I know Desert Ghost is your thing, Will, so I'm probably going to go back through the previous clutch in a little quicker fashion, just so you can take a look at those animals, because they're all 50%ers, and we had a brief conversation about them. So I just kind of wanted to show you that clutch. So this girl looks really nice. Super happy with that, and she will be available. And I'm going to grab the last one here from this clutch.
How many drinks have you had?
Oh, I stopped counting. So, I made one of these once before, a couple years ago, and it went viral on Instagram, and I was kind of blown away to make a second This is
Boom,
like mini
shakalaka.
2.0. So this is a Pastel Inchy Leopard Ivory. And she is 50% het for pied. Yeah, maybe there's some ghosts in there or not. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I love this platform. I mean this combo is just crazy. So I'm gonna hold on to this girl for a little bit. I do have Mini 1.0 is of breeding age and weight, and she gave us 6 eggs this year, and she was paired. So same combo. Mini is a Pastel Inchy Leopard Ivory, 66 het pied, and she was paired to a Pastel Inchy Leopard Yellow Belly het pied. So hopefully to get some pieds out of that with a whole bunch of like super, double super, triple super Pastel Inchy Leopard Ivory crap. So
Oh, not crap.
not crap,
That's
but the
good.
combos are going to be crappy because I'm going to have to, totally rack my brain to figure it out. But like I just, that's a pretty classic head stamp for the quad.
So true, Melina. Mouthful.
This girl doesn't have the insanity of yellow that Mini 1.0 does, and I think that could be
The het pied factor.
the het pied factor, but there are some ringers that are starting to show up in the back here. You can kind of see a little hint of one here and there, and one back here. So, yeah, it's tough to see tracks on this combo. You really don't see much. I don't know, it's tough. But it's a great animal. They're absolutely beautiful, especially when they're young. And I'm super stoked to have hit a second one. Woo.
I still can't believe you hit a second one.
Me either. Out of 4 eggs.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. All right, I'm gonna go backwards through that other clutch real quick. All right, so back to that other clutch. Again, all of these are going to be 50% Desert Ghost, 50% Ghost. Dad was a Firefly Leopard Het Desert Ghost, and Mom was an Enchi Yellow Belly Het Ghost. And this is a Leopard Enchi with a nice little zipper belly. I don't know what brings on the zipper belly, but I have a sister to her that is the same thing and doesn't have the zipper belly. So really cool animal. This one will be available once enough meals have gone in. All right, here we are. Same pairing. This is one of the holdbacks. This is the Pastel Inchy Leopard Yellow Belly with the Pas Het Desert Ghost, Pas Het Ghost in the mix. And we'll grow her up. And yeah, for sure, she's off the chain. We'll grow this girl up, and I'll end up picking up or producing a visual Desert Ghost male that will be complete insanity, that will match really, really well with the next few girls that you're going to see here. I'm going to hold 3, and then 4 animals will be available. 2 males, 2 females will be available.
Just like I'm out. See ya.
Yeah, looks good. This is the craziness of the clutch here. This is a Pastel Fire Inchy Leopard Yellow Belly. And again, Pas Het Desert Ghost, Pas Het Ghost. We'll see when she starts breeding what she gives us if she proves out. But nice 5-banger animal. And if I can get a really nice DG male to put to these girls, it will be crazy. So I mean, I'm thinking something at least desert, like OD Desert Ghost, visual male. If there's another gene in there, that's fantastic. Or you know, something like that would be really nice to put to these guys.
Garrett was like, she has an alien head. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's an alien face.
If you flip it around, it almost looks like a sad face there.
Yeah, that way. Yeah.
So sad. Why so sad? All right. So, one of the males is this little dude. This is a Firefly Yellow Belly.
Sad panda face. You took the words right out of my mouth, Melina.
So, Firefly Yellow Belly. Nice bright contrast, good checkering, you know, clearly yellow belly. Pastel Desert Ghost, Pastel Ghost. This male looks really good. He'll be available. Yeah.
Welcome, Falcons.
Don't bite me. This
Yeah.
is the clutch. And then, yeah, the crazy town right there. Normal. With all those genes in the mix, I hit a normal.
Happens to the best of us.
Yep, Firefly Leopard to an Inchy Yellow Belly, and I hit a normal. It's the best odds ever. But, you know, could be something hiding in the background. So similar to the other female, this girl's a little brighter, but this is an Inchy Leopard. But the whole belly is yellow and does not have the zipper. So I don't really see the checkering that I would expect from yellow belly. So I don't see that. There's definitely no pastel. There's no fire here. It's definitely not super Inchy. So it's not an ivory. So I don't know. Just two very different Inchy Leopard combos. One with a really nice colored belly and the other one that has that really cool zipper. Not a lot of striping on the tail. But again, I don't know if DG or Ghost does that. No track marks, which I wouldn't expect to find in this combo. Some cool orange flames coming up there. But overall, decent looking female. Her and her sister will be available as well.
Yeah, Will was like, yeah, that's like 1 in 30 seconds shot, man.
That's exactly right. And then the last holdback from this clutch is this female. This is a Fire Inchy Yellow Belly. Again, with the DG and the Ghost in the mix. I'm happy with the three girls that I'm going to keep. The oranges in here are just crazy. And what you're seeing is probably about half of what is actual on this girl. Decent look at the belly. See some of that checkering on the sides there. Yep, so definitely yellow belly.
Oh, head stamp.
Nice head stamp. You get that little dot from the fire. And then the fire and yellow belly together with other combos do a lot of this really nice orange flaming. So initially when I cut this animal, I thought it had leopard in it. And I just don't see the leopard anymore. Maybe I'll get surprised and it'll be a really mild expression of leopard, but I think this is just a Fire Inchy Yellow Belly. Which either way, with these three girls, I'll be super happy to hold them back and try to prove them out with a insane male.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Welcome, Ellis.
Oh yeah, I was gonna pull Minnie out, but she's like
Deep shed.
she's white.
Yeah, she's like an ivory.
Yeah. Well, no, like crazy whited out. So this is Mini 1.0, and like she almost has no color right now because she's so in shed. But you can see if I grab this other girl, the head stamps are like identical. Or near identical. You can see up front, you kind of get this Minnie Mouse effect, and then you come over here, it's almost the same thing. So these are clearly two of the same animals. This one, well, 1.0 just had crazy amount of yellow when she first shed. This girl doesn't have quite the same amount, and I really think that's the pied factor. But nonetheless, a super powerhouse will stay here until her eggs hatch.
Thanks, Will. Have a good weekend yourself.
Yeah, man, take care. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Take care, Joe. We'll see you later.
Yeah, peace out. Have a good weekend. I don't have a ton more, so unless somebody, well, we could show a couple available animals.
Sure.
What do they think? They want to see some couple
Yes.
animals that are available?
Do it.
Do it.
Let's do it. Do it.
So
Hey, Sheila. Welcome.
we got this guy here. This is a red stripe het clown.
Double hit.
This dude here is just a pinstripe. This was from the Super Pin clutch.
Didn't realize you had a pinstripe
Yep.
left.
Yep. So this guy looks pretty good. Super clean. Kind of like, well, not as reduced as Mama, but has that clean effect like Mom has. You can see a lot of it, like right here.
Which one? The pinstripe, Dave? The pinstripe's a boy,
This one's a male.
and that was from the OD clutch, right? No,
No, that was from, well, so yeah, Super Pin to OD
OD
Fire.
Fire. We do have a pinstripe double het for albino pied available. That's a
We'll get
female.
there. This is a female. This is a Pastel Inchy Yellow Belly, and she is 66% het for Ghost.
Oh, the red stripe is a boy.
Yeah, that's a male. Spread him everywhere. Yeah, so lots of great color, cool little hook patterns on the, like that's just so cool. I love that. Nice flaming, good checkering, you know, good color coming up from the bottom. Just pretty classic for, you know, everything. Pastel, Enchi, and Yellow Belly.
These are on Morph Market. The bigger ones, yes.
Not
Right.
everything is on Morph Market. This girl is. The pinstripe is not. The red stripe is. But if you see something you like on here, you can definitely
Just message us.
find me through either our website or something and send us a message and we can start talking. So this is the other pinstripe. So this is a female pinstripe, and she's 100% het for albino and pied. See, color is slightly different than the last pin. There's a little more size on this one, but you know, pretty classic pinstripe pattern. Looks really good.
And she was like, ooh.
Yeah, cool little head stamp up top. You kind of get that pinch that comes over. But yeah, 100% guaranteed on the albino and pied on that one.
Falcon, let's see, he had a question about the systemas. A little off topic, but the systema tubs you're using for incubation, do you have to open them to air the eggs? No, we don't do anything with the eggs. We just leave them as is through the whole incubation period.
Yep, I don't. So when I first started with them, I was converting from dragons to ball pythons, and I had popped holes in the ends. I don't do that anymore. A lot of these guys just seal them completely shut with like a shrink wrap or
The seal.
self-sealing, yeah, whatever. With the Sistemas, you don't need to do that. They have a gasket. What I will say though is like you need to watch the eggs when you get to the end, and if they start to cut slits, you need to open the top like once a day just to exchange the air. Because at the point where they're cutting slits, they're actually breathing air. They'll poke their head out, they're breathing, and they need that exchange of air in the tub. So a lot of times we'll go down every day once that we've cut them or they've cut themselves, and the lids come off on and off so that they get an air exchange in the tub so that there's plenty of air exchange in there.
Dave, yeah, the pinstripe het pied het albino is a female.
Yep. This girl is available. Looks like she is going in the shed.
Yeah, pink
she
out
looks
a little bit.
little pinky around the edges. This is a black pastel pied, 100% het for albino female. We have another one just like this that we are holding back for ourselves. The second one here is available. This girl is on Morph Market, and it's pretty classic for the black pastel to just have a head stamp. And when you add other genes in the mix, or if you breed for polygenics, so if you find an animal that has, if we're talking about pieds, if you like a high expression of pattern, if you hold those back over and over and over again, and you keep breeding that back, you will get more and more high expression pieds. If you like more white and you hold that back, you'll get more white pieds. So this was the first time we've produced this combo, and this is pretty classic to just have a head stamp on black pastel. I do know people like Eric Markstaller from Exotic Design Reptiles that has been breeding this polygenic phase of black pastels with pattern, and he'll have black pastels that have multiple saddles down the body. So there's you can have a combo, but based on what you see, polygenics, you can hold back and keep breeding that back, keep encouraging that to get more of that type of stuff into your collection. It takes longer. There's a lot of animals that don't have actual genes, and all you can work with is polygenics. So anyway, little rant there. But this girl, nice black pastel pied that's available, and she is on Morph Market. So this male is pretty cool. Super bright. Wow, excuse me. Here comes that beer. Super bright. Looks really good. Great pattern. A lot of good blushing. Some amazing color coming up from the sides. This is an Enchi. This is a male, and he wants to take off. This is an Enchi. 100% het for clown and lavender. And pos het for SK Exanthic. So possible triple het here, guaranteed to be a double, and just looks really, really good. You get a good look at that head, nice pinches on the side there, pretty classic for Enchi. There were no other visual expression of genes in the mix, so mom was an Enchi clown and dad was a lavender het for SK Exanthic. So, great looking animal.
Looks really good.
Yep, Het Grail. Het Grail, baby. So a brother to that one is this guy. So no Enchi in this mix, but 100% het for clown, lavender, and pos het for SK Exanthic.
Titan did a whole bunch of little eyeball symbols and then said Pastel GHI Mojave pin.
Pastel, GHI, Mojave.
Yeah, there should
I
be
don't
one
know
more
if
down.
we've made one of those before. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe it's that one.
Get up really close here. You can see those patterns lightly in the background.
Like super smoky looking, you know? Yeah, I really like this combo. He is breeding for us right now. So he's also available on Morph Market, which at the end of this season, once he's done with us, he'll be able to go off to his new home. But this dude is just crazy. That head, if you get down on that head, like his head is just like off the chain. When he hatched, the head was like completely white. I was like, I had lost myself.
He's like, what did I make?
I knew the genes were in the mix, but I had no idea they would make this. And I don't think I've ever seen this exact gene combo again. There have been close ones, but instead of, Pastel, it was fire or something else. But yeah, love this animal. He looks really good. If this was a female, he would have been hanging out here forever. Yeah, looks really, really good.
Yeah, and he's currently breeding to a black pastel Enchi yellow belly. So some pretty cool combinations out of that.
Yeah, that'd be some killer stuff. All right. Well, here's another killer animal. This is another powerhouse right here. So this is a Pastel GHI, 100% het for lavender, pos het for SK Xanthic. This dude is just insane.
So bright.
Yeah, I'm going to pull his brother. I have a lot of Pastel in my collection. This guy initially was a holdback because his blushing and color contrast is just crazy. So I really think he'll end up proving out a double het. However, with the amount of Pastel I have, and it being a male, I kept just the GHI back from this clutch, and I'll put them side by side so you can look at them. Oh yeah, he's over.
He's down.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because he's a holdback.
Where is he? When we reorganized all our stuff. Dude, seriously? Oh, here he is.
Back up, buddy.
So these two guys side by side, definitely some size difference. But GHI, Pastel GHI, and that ain't even a normal, like that's not normal. I have a female adult, and she she never looked like this dude. This dude is off the chain. So I really think he'll be a double het. And I don't really see the crazy amp with this GHI either. So he'll probably just prove for lavender. I don't think I'll get the Xanthic out of him. But with that said, at least right now, man, I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind. Yeah, he's crazy. Yeah, GHI stuff. Hold back, Pastel GHI, available. Should be on Morph Market. This guy here, we started to talk to somebody tonight about. He is on Morph Market. Our best guess is this is a Black Widow Kelly, 100% het for SK Xanthic. Kelly is a gene that we just started working with. We picked up a few years ago, and this was the first production year that we had. Well, 2019 was. This is a 2019 animal, so we're just starting to get familiar with that. There is spider in here, black pastel, spider, Kelly, 100% het for SK Xanthic. He has a little shake when he gets excited. Hasn't stopped him eating. He does very well. Little look at the belly. Super clean. Kind of cool looking.
Gary was like, do Kelly Zuwadi.
Yeah, it's coming, buddy. It's coming.
Kelly Zuwadi Resurrection.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that's like 4 years down the road. It's sold. I don't know what this dude. As long as I don't get bit. Yeah.
That was at the het. Het.
Yeah, so this guy here is a normal 66% het for puzzle.
I see you rearing up. That's why I'm putting the camera in front of you, not my hand. Sperm yet?
Plugs?
Let's find out.
Nope, but they are, well, maybe a little bit there. But they are super purple, so he's kind of ready.
Eye on the camera.
Find a towel. Clean the crap off my hand. Yeah, so he's probably about a month or so from ready. He'd be good to like get some practice down for sure before all the sperm really starts to come in. But they're really that dark purple that you're looking for when a male's ready. So yeah, he's a 66 ready to go. He is on Morph Market.
Oh, on the Black Widow? I don't know. We haven't checked.
I can check him. They're about 3 weeks apart. So, again, these guys are not quite as purple. Definitely a male. So he's got about another month or two before he purples up, and then he'll start putting some sperm out. But that puzzle is definitely ready to go. His brother is already breeding.
Which brother?
The puzzle.
That's not his brother.
To the 66 het puzzle?
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
I thought you were talking about the Black Widow. I'm like, yeah,
No.
puzzle.
No. Go ahead. Run your mouth.
Run my mouth?
Yeah. Your snake, run your mouth.
All right, so this is a Hidden Gene Woma Granite. Maybe it's Pos Yellow Belly. I don't have a definite feeling if it's Yellow Belly or not.
It labeled as Hidden Gene Woma Yellow Belly. Definitely Hidden Gene Woma.
I think
Granite.
it's granite. The Yellow Belly is
I
a
don't know
possibility.
I don't know about the Yellow Belly. It's Pos Yellow Belly. It's in the mix.
Yep.
But-
This is a boy,
But what's behind the scenes?
and it's also het SK Xanthic. Right? Is that my Xanthic one?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Albino pied.
Sorry, wrong one. This is het albino pied. So we'll go over that. Hidden Gene Woma Granite, Pos Yellow Belly, 100% het for albino and pied.
Nice little male. He's on Morph Market as well. And then the last available animal currently, until these other animals like shut out for us,
This other
is
girl.
this big old girl. This girl is a leopard, spider, and I am about 100% yellow belly based on her color. She just looks really good. I don't know if that's picking it up. Yeah, pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah.
And she's pretty big, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, she's got to be at least 4 or 5.
Yeah, probably. I'll weigh her real quick. She's been here for a minute. I actually held on to her. I was going to keep her, and then decided to let her go. Well, 566.
Ooh, almost
So
600.
Yeah, that's a great start on a female. And there's no head wobble. There's nothing with her. She eats like a, I don't know what she eats like. She eats a lot. She'll eat every time I put something in the bin. And just a lot of great color, which is the yellow belly bringing all that color in. Hard to see there, not coming through the camera really good. Pretty cool belly, and it's a really neat head stamp.
It's like a little anchor.
Yep. Yeah, she's friendly, but when it's time to eat, man, she got game on. She eats.
Yeah, keep your hands out of the way.
Yeah, for sure. She definitely eats. She's also on Morph Market. So these other animals in I don't know, a couple more feedings, the ones that are not going to be held back are going to be made available, and they will go up on Morph Market. So watch for that. And then Tuesday, we're cutting another clutch. And it is, as Matt indicated, it's an Inchy albino to the resurrection gene. So we should get a nice mix of resurrection and Inchy that are 100% albino. So again, this clutch is really not for like ooh and ah. It's really for building for the future, to put some albino stuff in the mix and kind of work this into that. Coming down the road, hopefully, if she goes, the same male, resurrection male, was put to an Inchy clown. So we'll get kind of the same mix of animals, and we'll really be able to see what that Inchy and resurrection does together. And then that clutch will be het for clown as long as she goes. So fingers crossed, for sure.
If I remember correctly, the spider leopard yellow belly, she's posset pied, right? Yeah, because was the quad male to her?
Yeah, she is posset pied.
Yeah,
Yep.
so yeah, she's posset pied, Dave.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, she's rock solid, looks good. Great start, like she's really big. Yeah, well, no, the Super Inchy I just sold today. And so, yeah, that's really all I got today. Unless you guys want to see something else, those were the available animals and a quick look at the clutches that just all shed out. We still have, like, I'll pull them out. The containers are a little cruddy. I got to swap them out tomorrow. But they're in the clutch. These are the next two clutches that are coming. Yeah, they look a little dirty. These will get changed out tomorrow. This is the Mackenzie clutch. So OD Extreme, Mackenzie Fire, and Enchi Sugar OD Fire. So a little different, but like there are some killer stuff here. This girl is a female. This will be a holdback. Like the orange is just like off the chart on that girl. This one's all smoked out, so that's not even fair. This here looks like a fire sugar that will be available. This girl we're going to hold back. This is an Inchy OD Fire female, so the two holdbacks will be these two. And then all this other stuff will be available. There's an OD Fire, Sugar OD something, something, I don't know. We've talked about that before, the Fire Sugar. So we'll see what happens with those. Those two girls will stay here. Over here, we have this OD Mackenzie, I'm guessing. Let's see. This here, normal, which kind of looks like a fire or a Mac. Not really sure. This is at least a Fire Mac, possibly an OD Fire Mac. I think this is just a Fire Mackenzie. And then this would be an OD Mackenzie, I'm guessing, because the orange is different. Pattern's different. OD tends to do that. This, I think, is a Mackenzie OD Fire. Possibly with Extreme. Extreme tends to really do a lot of that craziness on the tail. So that may be the quad. At least OD Fire and Extreme. So this, I think, is an OD Fire Extreme. And then the big dog of the clutch, the normal. That's beauteous. Yeah, so these guys are all smoking out. They should be going like deep into the shed and shedding out pretty soon. So it'll be a good look at those guys once they're all done.
So Falcon's got a question.
Sure.
He says, I'm getting a male black pastel 100% double het lavender albino clown. I just wanted to get the black pastel gene, but thinking I could use him in future grail projects. Is this plan okay? Oh, hell yeah, that's a great plan.
Yeah, for sure. I went the same route, and I put, we have a lavender het SK, and I put it to an Enchi clown. So I made my own, and I hit 5 Enchi het grails that are also Pas het for SK Xanthic. Keeping a 1.2, so 2 females and 1 male, which I'm super amped about. One of the girls has been a chow hound from the beginning. The other one, I didn't really have to assist feed. If I tucked the rodent in her lip, she would just coil and eat. And I had to do that for months. And
it was like 3 months, right?
Wow, it was more than that, dude. Like she just started eating.
Oh yeah, it's been like
So
what? So
she's
6, 7 months? 6 months?
Yeah. Since September. So she's a September 10th
8 months
baby. And for probably about 7 months, I had to tuck the rodent in her lip, and then she would coil and eat it, which was way better than having to assist feed. But we ended up calling her Lip because I had to tuck it in her lip all the time to get her to eat. So she earned the nickname of Lip. So Lip is now eating rodents on her own. She just started taking rat fuzzies on her own and starting to stack on some weight. Her counterpart is quite big.
To answer your question, Gary, we do not have any ivory het pieds available at the moment.
Yeah, nothing that's 100% het pied. This is the counterpart. So this girl has eaten unequivocally anytime I put something in the cage. Enchi het grail, just ridiculous, female.
And Lip.
And then there is Lip,
Considerably smaller.
probably about the third the size. She is eating on her own now, though, so I fully expect, and she's eating like a tank, so I expect that she will catch up. But if you look at these two animals, they're both Enchis. They're both 100% het grail. The only thing up in the air is the het for SK. And you see there's a lot of added blushing on this one. Definitely on the tail. There's some added color, a lot of yellows coming up. They're both kind of going in the shed, so they don't look their best. But this animal definitely looks a lot better than this one. So I think this will end up being the triple het for me. And then the male that I'm holding back has a lot of the same stuff going on, which I think he'll be a triple het as well. So there could be some absolute craziness coming down the road.
Gary's like, bummer, I just got a freeway pied.
Freeway pied. There's nothing wrong with a freeway pied.
Oh no, to have the ivory het pied to go to. He was hoping we'd had an ivory het pied.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Maybe when
there's chances. I've got clutches coming. Two.
We got Minnie's clutch.
One or two clutches coming that I might be able to produce one. And I probably won't hold it back. I have other ivory pieds already in the mix, so I probably won't hold it. Yeah, so it's a possibility that we can hit it. We have a couple clutches where we can pop one of those out for sure. I was looking last year. I was looking for actually a freeway pied, and I don't think anybody had made them yet, or if they had, they were holding them back, so I couldn't buy one. And I ended up getting the asphalt het pied, and I'm almost, if the freeway pied was a female, I'd be super amped. That'd be a good female to have. But as a male, it's tough because if you're putting both yellow belly and asphalt into something, if you don't hit on your ivory or you don't hit on your freeway or one of those allelic combos,
you don't know which one it is.
You don't know which one it is. And you don't really have control over what you're going to produce. So, at least in my mindset anyway, where I'm at, the asphalt het pied, at least I have control where if I want to put it into a combo and it doesn't have yellow belly in it, I know 100% if I see something that looks yellow belly-ish, I know it's my asphalt. There's no other way it could be anything else. So,
or if you put it to an ivory, everything's coming out yellow belly.
Not everything, but everything is yellow belly, and then when the asphalt hits, it's going to be freeways.
Yeah.
So it wasn't my intent to go that direction, but at Tinley, I was looking around. I went back and forth to Snake Eyes Exotics table. They had this animal. He was an asphalt. He's 66, but there's no way he's going to prove for sure. His color, the ringers, everything in him, he's definitely going to improve. And I was actually talking to Daniel Allison from Constriction Addiction, and I was like, hey, man, yeah, this dude right here, great dude, help you out at no cost to himself at all, anytime. So if you don't follow him, he's on YouTube, he's on Instagram, and I believe he has his own website, so definitely go check him out. Daniel Allison, Constriction Addiction. So out at his table, I shot a video with him to post on YouTube, and we were talking back and forth, and he's like, well, so what are you looking for? You got to be looking for something. So we started talking, and I'm like, well, this is kind of what I'm looking for. I was thinking freeway pieds or het pieds because of this whole mini project that I have going. And he's like, oh, come with me. You got to see this. So we went down to Snake Eyes. So this guy walked me away from his table. We went probably about 30 feet down the show to Snake Eyes table, and he says, you got to buy this animal. It's an asphalt 66 het pied. He goes, he'll prove. I guarantee he'll prove. And he has all the markers, the color, the ringers, everything. And he goes, and the nice thing about buying one of those animals like that is you know 100% what you're putting into the pairing. So, and I never had thought about it, honestly, until he had said that. And I'm like, yeah, you're kind of right. Because I was going after the freeway, because I'm putting it to an ivory here and an ivory over there. And I'm pretty sure she's going to prove. And then I got an ivory here, Pastel Leopard ivory, Pastel Inchy Leopard ivory, the ivory het pied. They're all pieds or het pieds. And for those specific animals, it wouldn't matter because they're 100% going to throw yellow belly.
Right.
But if I wanted to put them to anything else, then, and people do it. It's fine. Justin does it. Other people do it. You get it's either this or that, and you can't claim as much for the animal. But I paid $750 for that dude. And he's a single gene asphalt.
That's Pas Het for pied.
Pas Het for pied. So... And that's because they knew 100% what they had because it was bred by a super asphalt. So, I don't know. My rant. Yeah, that's all I got.
So if you did a super asphalt to a ivory, you get all freeways, right?
And tire clutch.
You make some super asphalts.
It's coming. It's coming. So his job is to go to the ivories that I just mentioned and make pieds. So freeway pieds, pastel freeway pieds, pastel Inchy Leopard freeway pieds. And I'm going to throw them to a couple other things that don't have yellow belly in it, so I know that when I hit that yellow belly-ish gene, that it's actually my asphalt.
So you're going to hit a my size freeway, a mini freeway. You put it to mini.
Well, it wouldn't be a mini because the mini is an ivory.
It would be a mini freeway.
You can't have mini freeway. That's like 3 allelic genes. You can't have 3 allelic genes. You can only have 2 at any given chance. You can only have Inchy and cinnamon. You can't have super Inchy and cinnamon, or super cinnamon and Inchy. It don't work.
Yeah, that's true.
They're allelic.
That's true.
They're allelic. So
good point. And it's getting hot up here. Look
it's very hot. Yeah,
look at the beads of sweat.
I'm profusely sweating. So yeah, we're what? About 85. So thanks everybody for dialing in tonight. It was kind of last second. I threw this up last minute. We were back and forth on whether we were actually going to turn this into like an edited video or bring you guys in on a live stream and do this live. And I just like the lives better. I like some of the interaction, the questions.
It's fun.
That kind of stuff. Yeah, definitely more fun than just doing a recorded video. And being so close to Tuesday, with Tuesday being our next live stream egg cutting. Yeah, so I didn't want to run them up too close together. So again, thank you guys very, very much for taking a few minutes out of your weekend. It's early weekend, but taking those minutes out, spending them with us, we really appreciate it. We appreciate all the love and support. Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys on the next live stream.
Yeah, and
or the next video.
Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah, be safe.
Have a great weekend. Yep. Have fun.
Peace out.